So in today's video, we'll be looking at a recent forum post that Mihail put up a couple of hours ago. The All That Glitters, it's a new event phase 2 here. So the first part, we have the event wish banner for Hu Tao, so the newest character, of course. It looks like we have three of the older 4 stars here, but they are very decent characters still. By the looks of it, Hu Tao will be a main character boosted up by each of these three supports here. So if you were to run Chong Yun, you could do some pretty crazy melt damage there with his Islam ability and his ult. You could have almost permanent ult uptime rather on the melt damage there. Jin Q being the water version of the support role, you would have pretty good vaporize damage there. So if you throw on Jin Q's ult, you could have consistent vaporize damage for a long time. And if you chain his E abilities, so the up kicks with the water wave, you could actually have close to, again, permanent uptime on the vaporize damage this time. And Jinlang here is the only one that's a bit different. You could run her with either the Hu Tao Chongyun or the Hu Tao Jingqiu combo that we have on this banner. And you could run her with the pair to be able to get both the fire resonance and with the pyro tornado. You'll be doing consistent fire procs, so it'll just be a lot easier to get the melt damage or the vaporize damage off. And yeah, you'll be doing pretty crazy damage if you do run that combo properly. If we go a little bit lower here, yeah, we have the story quests. So with the new characters coming out, we oftentimes get the story quests for them. So this will be a cool way to, on top of the testing feature that's going to be out, obviously with the Hu Tao banner, we'll be able to test her in the story mode too, which is cool. And then we have this Vishap's tab here. It looks like it'll be some sort of daily investigative event. So maybe something along the lines of an extra daily commission, something like that. But it does give you Primo Gems, which is always cool. And this event will last a few days here, actually a week. And then if we move on, I actually covered the weapon banner in the latest video, but that was more so just to explain how to use the weapon banner in general. I did highlight the weapons, so of these 5 4-star weapons, both lithics are really good because of the passive. It gives you pretty crazy boosts actually. So if you're not really ready to invest and roll for the Staff of Homa for Hu Tao, you might actually be able to just go for the lithic spear. And since she's a Hu Tao or Hu Tao is a leeway character, you'll actually already start getting the boost there. So I threw up the passive on the last video, but basically it gives you percentage attack and percentage crit rate for each leeway character you have in the roster. So for a max of 4, of course. So if you pair up with the right supports, you could actually be doing a pretty good damage and get a really good boost in crit rate there. And obviously it's much easier to get refinements on a 4-star weapon than 5. So you might actually be able to get a few and get some really crazy stat increases there if you get a bit lucky. The Lion's Roar is mostly good for the last banner because Kaching was the last limited character and it is a good 4-star weapon for her. And the Sacrificial Bow here, as I mentioned the other video, Sacrificial is one of the best sets or series of weapons, in my opinion, for supports. Regardless of 4 or 5 stars, I still think those weapons are absolutely busted. And lastly, I'm not a big fan of the Witsith, but 4 out of 5, as I mentioned a little earlier, is not too bad for this banner. And both 5 stars being pretty broken and best in slot weapons for a couple of characters here, so probably Diluc or any Claymore user for that matter. And Hu Tao's weapon here, you can't really go wrong for the 5 stars. But as I mentioned, these banners do quickly become traps when you do tunnel vision on 5 stars. So the 4 stars making it actually worth your while to roll on this banner a few times. You could take a crack at maybe getting the spear for Hu Tao if you're not looking to fully invest for the 5-star weapon. And lastly, yep, this is just to tell us we're getting the test run here. So Hu Tao's test run is pretty much the only one we'll all be looking forward to getting. And with the small amount of Primo Gems too, that'll be cool. And with the test run and the story quest, we'll actually have a decent amount of time to actually test Hu Tao before you have to roll on her. And yep, that pretty much sums it up for this forum post. I just wanted to cover it quickly because actually Hu Tao was on this post. But yeah, if you made it this far into the video, I do appreciate you taking the time to watch it. Hopefully, this gave you some good information, and I'll see you in the next one.